Here's a story that's hard to believe, but it's real. Canada's Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, invited China's People's Liberation Army to send its troops to Canada for special cold weather training at a base in Ontario. That training was canceled after China kidnapped two of Canada's citizens and held them for years. A top aide to the Prime Minister then complained about the cancellation to the Department of Defense in Canada. Quote, Canada does not want to be the partner that is reducing normal bilateral interactions. In other words, it's immoral for us not to train Chinese soldiers, probably to kill us at some point. Now, that's not the first time Justin Trudeau has sided with the Communist government of China. A few years back, he marveled at how the Central Committee managed to keep the trains running on time. Watch.
There's a level of admiration I actually have for China because their basic dictatorship is allowing them to actually turn their economy around on a dime.
Ezra Levant is the founder of Rebel News in Canada. He broke this story. It's an amazing story, and he joins us tonight. Ezra, thanks so much for coming on. I read this. My first reaction was this cannot be true. Your Prime Minister offered to train Chinese troops in Canada. Why would he do that?
It's a shock to Canadians, too. That cold weather warfare that you're referring to was just one of 18 different joint projects the Canadian Armed Forces had with the People's Liberation Army in 2019 alone. Canada is training 1- and 2-star Chinese generals in our war colleges. We're training lieutenants and majors, commanders. We're sending Canadians over to China. We're bringing Chinese, I think they're not just soldiers, I think they're spies as well, to Canada. And I don't know a single person in this country who knew about it, but it's been happening. And we found out about it really by accident when the government sent me Freedom of Information documents and forgot to black them out. Or maybe, frankly, someone inside the government wanted to blow the whistle on this incredibly upside-down relationship. In those same memos you're talking about, Trudeau's office was supporting China and condemning the Trump administration. It was upside down. It was inverted morality. It's seeping all the way into our bureaucracy, our diplomacy, and they're trying to get the military on side too.
I mean, with respect, we're Americans, so our concern is the United States. Canada is our biggest trading partner. We have the closest relationship with Canada of any country, obviously, in the world. This seems like an obvious threat to American national security. Does the Trump administration believe that, do you think?
Well, in fact, in these memos, you can see that the Trump administration warned Canada that this winter warfare training would transfer knowledge to China that could be used. Now, they don't explain would it be used to take on Uyghurs in Xinjiang, Tibetans to fight India in the Himalayas, or even to fight us. And when the military, the Canadian military, said our American allies or our allies are concerned about this, Trudeau's staff pushed back and said, is it just the Trump administration or is anyone else worried about it? So there's an antipathy towards America that seeps through all these secret documents. And the overarching goal is to let China's president, Xi Jinping, save face. I want to tell you, though, Tucker, that is not the view shared by grassroots Canadians. Ever since China kidnapped those two civilians 2 years ago today, actually, Canadian public opinion has hardened against China, and the last Pew poll I saw actually says that Canadians are more hostile to China than Americans are.
You have every reason to be. Ezra, thank you so much, and congratulations on Rebel News. I know you take a lot of abuse up in Canada, but you do a great job. We appreciate it. Thank you.